I talk, you listen. Welcome to my one-man panel of madness. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Geohu. It's a new year. Happy New Year to you. And wow, so yeah, to say that Doctor Who did not start the year off with a bang would be crazy. So, just a warning, this segment will have spoilers, and it's very hard because I don't see how you could talk about this episode without spoilers. So I'm giving you a warning of 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the Master. All right, here's the thing. Now, I remember a few weeks back, maybe a month or more, there was a rumor that Sacha Dhawan, who is the new Master, the Spy Master, was rumored to be the new Master. And so, there had been so many rumors about Doctor Who that some of them were kind of right. I think some of them hit, some were hit or miss. But I talked about one, I can't even remember because that was last year. So it's so long ago, I can't remember. There was one that was actually true. And this one, well, yeah, it turned out to be true. I remember reading that someone had reported, and I don't remember how they reported it, saying that Sacha Dhawan's character was going to be the new Master. Now, I don't know where they got their information, so I should have checked all this. But anyways, they were right. So, yes, the thing is that I knew that rumor. And again, rumors, okay, maybe, maybe not. But because some rumors have been kind of accurate, I was like, no, especially when you watch the episode, the character of O is kind of like, all right, well, no, they got it wrong. And especially the way he was his performance just really did not make you think that he could possibly or potentially be the Master. And also, you don't think that the Master is going to come back into Doctor Who so quickly. We had the Master pretty much a story arc from Series 8 all the way to the end of Series 10. And we saw how Missy died, and we saw also how the Master, as played by John Sims, also dies. So, question is, who is this Master? Where does he come from? There's theories that maybe he's an alternative universe Master. So if you watch closely, there was a moment where the Doctor was going through, kind of looking at these different images, and there was one that had multiple Earths. And so immediately I'm like, ooh, what if this is a Master from another universe? And the creatures that the Master seems to be, I guess, in league with, are not to be found in anything or language that the Doctor currently knows of. So there is a potential of that theory being correct, and that the Master and these other creatures are not necessarily from this universe, and there could be a whole other universe. And of course, the major line where he says to her, everything you know is a lie, oh my goodness, what does that mean? So the whole episode as a whole, I think because I was really excited, I didn't want to get, I didn't want to have too many expectations. And, but I wasn't sure even if this was going to be a sci-fi episode, because all things kept pointing towards some sort of, tech wizard guy, sort of like owning Google. And so it had spy elements, and I thought this might just be a James Bond type episode. It's not really going to have any sci-fi elements in it. It might have some, but not major sci-fi elements. I was worried because I'm like, ooh, if they kick off Doctor Who without some kind of villainous monster alien, I don't know. It might just be like James Bond, but just the Doctor. But I was surprised when it started off with these creatures appearing out of nowhere and sort of taking out intelligence people. I was okay. I was hooked. I was trying to figure things out. The whole episode, not that it started a bit slow, but because there was so much going on, the TARDIS team is still going, getting ready for another voyage with the Doctor working on the TARDIS. My only sad thing was that Stephen Fry was only in it for 2 seconds, and he had some great things to say, obviously with Unit gone and Torchwood gone, what? But at least they were mentioned, and I think that's what this episode did. It brought elements of Doctor Who that we've all known right? Since the revival in 2005, that kind of cement the show or kind of give it that bridge from one Doctor to another, which I felt is what was missing from series 11. From the woman that fell to Earth, the only thing they really bring over is her wearing the 12's outfit. And so for me, I was really wanting to have something again. And it wasn't until Resolution, I think, that you really started to see that it was Doctor Who because you had the Daleks. And a lot of people say that if they had done Resolution first, it might have been a different story. Because if you look at the ratings, they did start to drop. And I think it's because Chris Chibnall's idea of just making it a new show, I don't think it worked very well. I like the episodes. I'm not saying it was a terrible season like a lot of people do. I'm just happy to be able to have Doctor Who, and that for me is what I really look forward to. I think the last season, yeah, it had hit or miss, but it had some really good episodes like Rosa and so forth. But I think Resolution was one of those episodes which we rewatched before the New Year's special Spyfall. We went back and watched Resolution, and it had that Doctor Who connection to it. It had more time in the TARDIS, and so yeah, all around it was a good New Year's. And then of course Spyfall was, I think it was really good. I love the music was different. I think Segun gave us some more music as opposed to just incidental music. Incidental music works for certain things, but Murray Gold, he knew when to use incidental music for certain things, but everything else needed to have a dramatic orchestra. Sort of like a nice, huge soundtrack instead of just like little pieces of music here and there, like, electronic music and stuff. So I think that the music worked. I love the whole little James Bond theme to it. The Doctor had a lot more doctory moments. I think that she's showing more of her being the Doctor. But again, the big thing was that last few minutes where, and I think we see the Master's TARDIS, which is the house, So I didn't really see it coming. I thought that the rumors might have been wrong. I didn't even know Sasha was in this episode. And the reason for that is, again, my rule, I watch a teaser and I watch one trailer, and that's it. Because nowadays, people have gone into this thing of making trailers to just give you the whole movie or the whole TV show. So no, I'm very vigilant on social media. I know where I can and cannot be when there's a new episode coming out. So, like, I know that because it airs first in the UK, there's about, there's an 8-hour-ish gap from where I live in California. So I know that in that time, once the episode's done, they're going to spoil it. And from what I've read on social media, it's not just the fans, but it looks like BBC themselves and other people, and other avenues have spoiled it for a lot of people. So, I think this is one of the rules now in living in this social media dominant universe is whenever something like this comes up, if you really care about it, be mindful of where you go and what you're reading. I did that for weeks with Star Wars. Even when Star Wars came out, I didn't see it right away. It was about 4 days later. I knew what I could not look at on social media, and I was very vigilant. And that way, things don't get ruined. I even tell people, don't text me, don't write me, don't even give me assumptions. Keep it to yourself. Once it airs, we can talk about it. So I'm glad a lot of friends have honored that. And a few just texted last night and said, hey, we need to talk. So yeah, I think that it was a really good opening for Doctor Who Series 12. I'm glad that we only have to wait about 3 days for the next episode. So that's exciting. We don't have to wait like months or, a year for it. But overall, I would have to say that maybe from a scale from 1 to 10, I definitely would give this one about an 8, maybe 8.5. And and it might be even more, but honestly, for me, what really made it made me scream was those last few minutes where we reveal that we have a new master, and that's exciting. Anytime we have a new master, it's exciting. So people who are out there bitching and complaining that, oh, another master, who cares? I love it. I love to see a new version of him, and that rumor was true. And I really need to find out who that was, because whoever that was, I really should try to follow on social media and see what else he gets right. But that's all I have. Great episode. It was fun. It had a lot of elements, a lot of layers to it. which I think you need in Doctor Who. It can't just be a straight story, because if you want that, you can just watch any other TV show. But I think that it's really pointing to a season where we're going to see, again, the master said it, everything you know is a lie. Wow. Wow. Okay, where do we go from that? So I'm excited. It's going to be a great season. We also have a lot of cool things coming up. We've got Picard. We got the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Summer, we got Wonder Woman coming up. So 2020 is going to be a fantastic year. So that's all I have. Again, Happy New Year, and just keep going.